So batteries. Generally, I don't do reviews on batteries because I think, you can get the most expensive battery in the world, you use it once and it can go bad. When I use batteries, I like to see how good the customer service is. Are they going to change your battery when something goes wrong? Now, I can't tell you that about Ovonics because before Ovonics sent me these batteries, I've never used them before. I use a certain brand, I won't mention it on this video, and their customer service has been fantastic. If you want to see what brand I use, maybe check out my other videos and you'll see what batteries I use, and their customer service is fantastic. But Ovonics sent me these to review, so I'm going to tell you what I think about these batteries. I'm going to be very honest. I will leave a link below where you can buy these batteries from. It's not affiliated or anything like that. I'm not making any money out of this. Literally just going to tell you how I found these batteries. Also, these batteries were sent a while back. As you can see, they're not brand new anymore. I wanted to put at least 10 cycles through these before I talked about them on the channel. There's loads of battery manufacturers out there. I have heard of Ovonic before, generally heard pretty good things about them, but like I said, I wanted to use them first. I want to see how they performed, if I had any issues or anything like that. Now, the first thing I did when I checked these batteries when I got them was the voltage, and they were both in storage mode, and all the cells are very equal. And from using them and putting them on storage charge and charging them, the cells have been absolutely fine, no problems at all. I've had no puffing or anything like this. Now, you can see a little bit of tape on this battery, and that's nothing to do with the battery. That's from me crashing a car really badly. I'll just show you on screen now that crash. This crash bent a chassis, and as you can see, the battery took a little bit of impact as well, but it didn't swell. And it's completely intact. None of the cells are damaged or anything like that. It just tore a little bit of this cover, so that's why I've got the tape over there, just to protect that. But as you can see from that crash, it was pretty horrific, and this battery survived no problem at all. So we'll start with this 6S battery. A few of the positives I like about this battery is the size of it. Compared to the other batteries I've been using, this is a lot smaller. It fits in every 6S car that I've tried. It fits in the Rlet 6Ss, it'll fit in your Armour 6Ss, no problem at all. It's a really nice size. Just for comparison, I'll show you this compared to a normal 4S battery that I use. So this is a 4S battery that I use a lot, and as you can tell, it is obviously not as thick as the 4S because this is 6S, but lengthwise and widthwise, this is actually not as wide, and the lengthwise is pretty similar, to be totally honest with you. It's a little bit longer, but not by much. This is another 6S battery I have, and as you can see, compared to this one, this is a lot smaller. I mean, this is a 9500 mAh. Just to show you the size comparison. So if you're looking for a battery that's, fits in a smaller rig, or if you're looking for something for like a 6S 1/8 buggy, this will fit in the Spark, no problem at all. It'll fit in the Typhon. It's a nice size, and you can even use the measurements on this board here. I've got this in centimeters at the moment, so it's just over 15 centimeters in length. Width is 4 centimeters, and it's pretty square as well, so the depth is just over 4 centimeters. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, just over 4.5 centimeters. So it's a pretty good sized battery, to be fair. 5500 mAh, 80C. Now the C rating, obviously, I don't have anything to test the C rating, so I'm not gonna say it's definitely 100% 80C, but I use batteries that I know the C rating is correct because I've seen videos on them, I've seen other people test them, and they're running at 70C, and I didn't notice too much difference in the actual performance in my car from this battery to the ones I've been using. So I'd say it's pretty accurate. I mean, no C rating on any battery is going to be 100% accurate, but I don't think it's miles away. The internal resistance rate, I'll show you now. Now, this is the internal resistance rate after I've been using, like I said, I put 10 cycles through this, and it stayed more or less exactly the same as from when I first got it, because I checked the internal resistance rate on both these batteries when I got them, and it stayed pretty much the same. Now, somebody may better tell me in the comments whether it's a good thing or bad thing that the cells are slightly different. The other batteries that I normally use, the internal resistance rate is the same throughout. So if it's a 4S or a 6S, it's got the same internal resistance on every single cell. Now, I know that if it's below 0.10, then it's good, and all these cells are below that, as you can see, but they are slightly different. But like I say, there's been no kind of swelling with this battery, and it's been forming very well, and the cells have gone down the same amount and they've gone up the same amount when I've charged and discharged it, so I can't see any issues with that. But yeah, tell me in the comments whether the internal resistance should all be the same, or if it doesn't really make any difference, or the batteries that I normally use, they're just really good. But yeah, so, but they're all below what I would say is a good internal resistance. Like I say, this battery I've used loads, and I'll show you some footage now of what I put this battery through. See, I have properly ragged my car with this battery in it. I've run it full throttle, I've jumped it, you know, really pushed the ampage through this. It's ran what I expect. I mean, 5,500 mAh in a 6S car, if you're just full pelting it up and down, back and down, you're probably going to get about 10 to 15 minutes maybe max. If you're just bashing it normally, and I've been getting around 15 to 20 minutes out of this battery, just normal bashing, which is pretty good really, and that's what I'd expect out of a 5,500 mAh battery. So yeah, pretty impressed with this battery, no issues with it. Like I say, at least minimum of 10 cycles I've put through this battery, and it's been absolutely fine. So size-wise is a really positive about this battery. It's nice that you can just fit it in, and it's kind of light as well, so it's great for bashing and jumping and things like that. And it's brilliant for like 1/8 buggies as well, where sometimes you can struggle to get the lid down. So yeah, really good battery. And the prices on these batteries are pretty good as well. Like I say, I will put a link below where you can get these from. Now the 4S one, this has really surprised me. Internal resistance rate, again, very similar to the 6S one. Kind of like there's a, you know, some of the cells are at 0.004, some of them at 0.0.9. But you know, they're all under the 0.10. But again, no issues when I'm charging this and discharging it. It's been absolutely great. What has impressed me about this battery though is the size of it. So again, I'll bring my 4S that I usually use into it, which is actually a 5,000 mAh. This is a 6,500 mAh. And I do believe that 6,500 mAh, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The actual width is, this is a little bit shorter. The depth is a little bit bigger on this, but you can run it, you know, that way or that way. I've been running it this way in my Synchro and it fits absolutely fine. But yeah, the lengthwise is really nice. It's nice and short. Again, I'll tell you the actual measurements on this. It is 12 centimeters long. It is again just under 4 centimeters wide, and the depth of it again is spot on 4 centimeters. So nice size battery. Again, 80. I can't tell you if that's 100% or not, but it does seem to give a lot of power, and there's not much difference I can tell between this battery and the one that I usually use, which is a really good battery. One thing I forgot to mention on the 6S as well, which I do like on these batteries, is this little plastic protector here for the balance lead. I really like that on Ovonics. I've seen that on another battery before, I can't remember what it was, but I really like that. It's a nice little feature. But yeah, what's really impressed me about this battery is that 6,500 mAh. For a battery so small, this lasts for absolutely ages. I've been mainly running this on my Synchro 2-wheel drive, and I've been getting, I checked the camera because last time I was running the BMX track I had this battery in, and like I say again, I've put at least 10 cycles through this, and it's giving me like 25 minutes runtime. I was like a bit worried that has it gone below the cut off or something like that, so I actually stopped running it, and when I got home I checked it and it was still at 3.71 volts, and it had been running 25 minutes more or less non-stop around the BMX track. So really impressed with the mAh rating on this, and it does seem to last a longer. Now obviously I'm running that on a 2-wheel drive buggy, which is quite light. If you're running a 4-wheel drive buggy or something a bit heavier and bigger, then it's obviously not going to last as long. But yeah, really impressed with the actual, how long this lasts for. And I'll just show you some footage as well of this running, again, through its paces, proper throttling the 2-wheel drive buggy, as you can see. Running it straight back and forward, and again, this is charged, discharged, storage charged really nicely. So yeah, overall, really impressed with these batteries. Check Ovonics out, you know, see what other people are saying as well. I'm sure there's people on YouTube who say these are really good. I'm sure there's people who probably say they're not so good, because everybody has different experiences with batteries. And I think that's the main thing I see over and over again when I see it, mainly on Facebook, not so much on YouTube, people asking what are the best batteries, what batteries should I get? And you'll see so many people with different battery brands, and then you'll get people saying, oh, they're rubbish, or that blew up, or that didn't work very well. All batteries can be dud. So you can buy a battery. I've had it before with the brand that I usually use. I've got it through the post, and one of the cells is completely out. And that's my test to battery companies, how they deal with that. Now, the company I usually use, they've been absolutely great. So when I've had that happen, I've emailed them. They're like, right, we'll just send me proof, you know, show it on the charger. One cell's dead. Great, we'll send you replacement out, no questions. Again, I can't say how Ovonics are like with their customer service, but as I've mentioned, every battery can be good, every battery can be bad, regardless. I remember spending, this is quite a few years ago, £100 on one battery, and it was a Gens Ace battery, and I think it did about half a dozen cycles, and 2 of the cells just died. Now, that could have been down to me, but generally I'm very careful with my batteries, and I think that's the key thing with batteries. Make sure you get a half decent charger. It doesn't have to be stupidly expensive, but you know, you need to make sure you've got, when you're using especially 6S and 4S and even 3S batteries, you know, big size batteries, when you're putting a lot of amperage through them, you want to make sure that you're charging them properly, you're balance charging them when you can, but also putting them onto storage charge is really important. And when you're not using them, obviously make sure you put them somewhere safe. But generally, batteries, when they go bad, they usually go bad when they're actually in a car, or when they're charging or discharging. Generally, when they just start in storage mode, very unlikely something's going to happen to them. You know, there's a lot of obviously people out there who can, you know, give scary if you charge them properly, if you storage charge them when you're not using them, if you see any damage or anything like that. You know, like I say, this battery here, as you can see, it took some impact with that car, and I inspected it, and yes, it has gone a bit bent there, but none of the cells were damaged or anything like that. It's not actually expanded or anything like that. As you can see, there's still a little bit of bagginess on the protective cover, so no issues at all. But yeah, just keep an eye on them, look after them, and most batteries out there will work really well. So yeah, I mean, it's very hard, especially for somebody new in the hobby, because there's that much information out there, and there's so many people who say, well, this battery's rubbish, but that battery's really good. And then the next person will say, this battery's really good actually, and that battery's really bad. You know, it's personal experiences, and everybody has different experiences with different batteries. So what was the whole point of me doing this review on these Ovonic batteries? Well, I suppose at the end of the day, they sent me 2 random batteries, what I asked for. I've put them through the paces. I've come up with no issues. They've charged, they've discharged well, they've lasted what I would expect them to last for a 5,500 mAh and a 6,500 mAh, and I've had no issues with them. So that's where I'm going to leave it, because at the end of the day, it's up to you guys what batteries you buy. But I'm telling you, check Ovonics out, see what you think, speak to other people, but thumbs up from me for these batteries. I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that like button, remember to stick a comment below, let me know what you think, and if you like this video, then check out one of these videos up here. Happy RCing. Thank you for watching.